it would be a very hard path.
Yeah. Kaya, what school do you have in mind for your first choice?
St. Joseph Convent, Port of Spain.
Germany.
And so do I.
Same
St.
school.
Joseph's.
So you're the best friends.
Yes.
Yes.
What was your experience like the night before SE?
Well, I didn't want to make it, I didn't want to cram and do more tests because then I'll get really worked up.
Right.
So I just took it as any other night. So I just relaxed. I actually got a little free time on my iPad too, just to relax and fall asleep so that I'm not worked up for the next day.
In Germany.
And I was planned to read over, and I was like, no, I shouldn't do that. And I just left my books on my bed and lie down and went to sleep.
You went to sleep.
Yes.
So what was the reaction with your parents? Germany, tell me, how was Granny?
Granny was like, check over, remember to read and read and read.
And Kaya and your mom?
Well, well, my dad, but my dad always said that I need to keep reading the question, look over my answers, make sure that I know what they're asking for, and just don't get hesitant. Like if I don't know the answer to one of these, just move on and come back to it.
Jiminy, how was your mom though?
Mom was like, remember everything your teachers have showed you, and to never get stuck on a problem or anything like that. And then she was like, read the comprehension and all those stuff.
What was the most challenging part of the exam for you, Kaya?
2 questions in the mathematics.
In the math?
Yes.
Germany.
The last section in the mathematics,
Section
because in section 2 there was the last question, which was hard, but then in section 3 it was worth more points, and then it got harder.
It got harder. So do you prefer math or English? Which is your favorite subject?
English.
English.
In this case, I would prefer grammar.
Yeah?
Language arts, yes.
So Kaya, what you want to become when you grow up?
I want to be an architect or an interior or exterior designer, home designer.
Home design. You like designing?
Yes.
So you help your mom at home designing the house?
No, I don't. The
You
house
don't?
already designed.
And Germany, what are your
Well,
plans?
I would like to be a doctor.
A doctor. Like your dad, I know your dad is an optometrist. So what type of doctor you want to become?
I don't know.
Medical
Medical.
doctor?
Yes.
Yeah. Me here. And welcome back to PSA TV. This is the Wake Up Call segment, my SEA segment with these students who sat SEA and are awaiting results tomorrow. I have my next co-host here with me, and you can tell them your name.
My name is Alice Aguilera. I am from St. Monica's Holy Faith Prep, and in 3 years I'm going to be setting exams.
So Alison, tell us, have you been doing lessons as well, preparing yourself for exams for the next 3 years?
Yes, I have been preparing myself with math and English lessons.
And how has that been going though?
That has been going very good.
So you don't play that much. You're home studying, focused, right?
Yes.
Okay. You want to ask Jiminy or Kaya any question today, seeing that you're co-hosting with me?
Were y'all excited for test or were y'all not excited for test?
We weren't excited.
Okay, I was excited to get it over with, but I
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
excited to actually write it.
Because we know there'd be hard challenges in the papers.
You know, it's not going to be easy, so.
Any other questions for them?
No.
Kaya, so do you think, did you get any promises from your parents if you pass for your first choice?
Well, if I pass for my first choice, I was told that I will get a SIM card with data for my phone.
And Jiminy?
Well, if I passed for my first choice, I would get my phone of choice.
Very nice. So tell me a little bit about the experience with the teachers at your school though. How was it for them for the upcoming exam in terms of preparing you?
Well, our creative writing teacher, Miss Olivia Gillen, she would always tell us not to give up, and that every story we wrote, we were improving, and it did not matter if we made a few mistakes, because she knew we would not make it on the day of the exam?
Well, as you said, Miss Olivia Gillan, she also did creative writing lessons, which I attended. And she does comprehension and creative writing, which kids from other schools attended. And she always said that we, like all of us, it's not like some of us are smarter than the others. It's just how much work and time and effort that we put in.
Yeah. So you all have been best friends for how long?
Well, I've known her since infants.
Yes, we've
But-
been in the same class since infants.
Yeah.
Yes, as soon as like we came to the school.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Where, if you did not do the exam, how would you feel?
What do you mean?
Let's say you don't have to do the exam, but you have to choose a choice. What would you all choose?
Oh, well, I would choose my first choice.
Yeah, exactly, SJC.
But I mean,
The school will have a test or something like that.
if we
like-
didn't write a test, then every child would obviously go to their school of choice. And then the school would be packed. There wouldn't be enough space, there wouldn't be enough teachers. So
But
that's-
if there was no SEA, then the children would have chosen St. Joseph Convent or
Holy Name.
and those good schools, and then they would have gone. But the school has to have a test so they can pick out.
Determine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you think they should keep SEA for students to sit the exam to go on to further their studies?
Well, no, because it's giving them too much stress. I know it's like very tough to just choose a limited amount of people for their first choice, but it's too stressful.
So you're
for
saying the
children.
government should just ban the SEA for students and let them just...
And then let each separate school do a test for the people, and then just narrow down the numbers.
Okay, what do you think, Kaya?
Well, I can see why it's not that easy to just ban SEA because, like I said, children like my age, I want to pass St. Joseph's, let me just go to St. Joseph. It's
Right.
not like you sign a paper and your child goes to St. Joseph's. It's not how it works.
Okay.
So I agree with the test, but like I'm 11 and writing a test like that, which can determine what school you go to, how your like what job you get because you learn in secondary school and go to university. So if you don't pass for a good school, then your university won't be like 5-star. Now,
Yeah, and a test shouldn't just determine the future. So that's what I think. A test shouldn't determine your whole future.
Very nice. What school do you have in mind, Alison, when your time comes?
I would like to follow my sister's footsteps, so I will choose St. Joseph Convent.
Very nice. Any other questions you have for them?
Not for now.
So we're just engaging in conversations with the SCA, and the results is out tomorrow. So Kaya, I wanted to ask you another question. Any advice for the students that are preparing for this?
well, for them, I would say to like just put in all the effort, and as soon as you're done, you have all the free time in the world to play, and to just listen to your teachers and don't doubt yourself before writing the exam. And anyone could write it and anyone could pass. So once you put in the effort and time, I don't see why you shouldn't pass for your first choice.
Germany.
I would like to say that you should never give up. Keep on trying, and remember that hard work does pay off. So it doesn't matter if they're sending you to lessons 6 days a week, 5 days a week. You still work to your best, and that day comes, you will know everything on that test, and you will pass for your first choice.
Ali, you want to say anything? Let me hear.
If you have any, I will be presenting SE. So I recommend doing with good teachers and going to lessons every day.
That's it?
Yeah.
Any closing comments? Anyone? No? So I want to thank these girls from St. Monica's School for joining us here this morning to chat with us. Unfortunately, our president, Mr. Watson Duke, was not here to take photos with you all, but we're going to be joined by Mr. Ian Murray after the program so you can have photos with him, right? And then we're going to invite you guys to come back probably on Monday or Wednesday where you could share the school with us that you passed for, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to toss a short break and we're going to get right back. Joining me from the Moulton Hall Methodist Primary School this morning, we have...
Lexi Pear.
And Dejane George.
How are you ladies this morning?
We are fine, thank you.
Yeah, Dejane, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you so you guys are best friends?
Yes.
Yeah? So tell me, how was the experience for you sitting the SCA exam?
It was a
Dejane.
bit challenging, but I knew that hard work pays off and practice makes perfect. And that gave me confidence to go through that SCA exam and do what I have to do so I could pass my first choice.
Yeah? Lexi.
Well, I was a little nervous, but I still got through because I knew that if I tried and I did my best, I could accomplish what I want.
Yeah, what was challenging for you during the exam?
Section 3 in the mathematics.
And for you, Lexi?
The same thing.
Section 3, so it was just math alone gave you.
Yes.
How was the grammar?
It was manageable,
Manageable.
and crazy writing, it was like icing on cake.
What is your best subject out of all?
English language arts.
And you, Lexi?
Creative writing.
What was the experience with your parents at home the night before the exam?
Well, I got the time to go and play some games on my tablet so I could relax myself and be calm. And Mom told me to check over in the midst of everything.
So you were cramming the night before the exam. And Lexi, what were you doing?
For me, Mommy, she just let me relax. And, well, I could just watch a little bit of TV before.
Right.
So I could be relaxed, but I had to go to bed early.
Yes, and did you guys pray before the exam?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah? And what is the experience like with the teachers?
Miss Moses, she always tell us to be confident and do what we have to do. And Mrs. Spear, a retired teacher, she came back to do lessons with our principal.
Right.
So that was very kind of her and the principal. So yeah.
And you, Lexi?
Well, for me, I really enjoyed it because our teachers, sometimes they will really push us, even though sometimes you would just want to relax. But now, after the essay, we realize how much and why they pushed us like that, so we could accomplish all our goals.
Lexi, what is your first choice?
SAGs.
Socks. Yeah.
So you guys want to go to the same school?
Yes.
How long have you been friends, best friends?
Standard
Standard
3.
3.
Standard 3? Okay. That's nice. You want to tell us a little bit on Granny experience with all of this? Because I know I had the same experience as you guys.
Well, my grandmother, she would be like, you have to work hard and you will pass for SAGs, I know it. And she will always be pushing me to continue doing my best.
My grandmother, she told me to be confident and do what you have to do. Don't be shy or scared during the exam because if you do, you might make a careless mistake and you'll never know. And she always told me to do what I have to do, write down all the correct answers, do all the working so I could pass my first choice.
Do you ladies think that it's very frightening to sit the SCA exam and that the government should cancel the SCA exam and you probably do an in-house test at your school? What are your thoughts on that?
I think they should cancel the SCA exam because it's too much stress at this age.
Right.
And it's too much work, your brain has been working for so many hours and days for the exam. So I think that they should do an exam and just focus on that exam.
So you've been going to lessons right through up until the night before SCA. And Lexi, what are your thoughts on that though?
I think that instead of doing the essay exam, like they could watch from their grades from first year go up and how it's happening and how they're going, and maybe they could send them to a school according to their grades.
Okay, that's nice. Which one of you ladies would like to tell the viewing audience? We're going to take a short break and come right back.
We'll take a short break and come right back.
Welcome back
back to PSA TV. I am Lexi Pay.
And I am Dejane George.
And I'm Avellon Williams. Thanks for joining us again this morning. We are discussing some SCA stress here. We know that exams is tomorrow, the results is tomorrow, right? Yes. So, Dejan, I wanted to ask you, any advice you will give to...
I'll tell the children who are going to do their exam next year to try not only to be a person of success, but a person of value. And I will also leave a quote from Maya Angelou. She said, "You must never be defeated by anything you do, but make sure that you do what you know best."
Very nice. Lexi.
Well, for the SA students who will do it next year, I suggest that you don't be frightened, because if you get frightened or nervous, it'll just make it even worse. You should just believe in yourself and have confidence that you will make it. And if you have confidence in yourself and you believe that you will make it, you will achieve your goals.
Very nice. Lexi, where do you see yourself in the next couple of years? What working environment you looking at?
I want to be a chemist when I grow up.
A chemist. Okay. Dejan.
I want to be a doctor.
A doctor. Very nice. Anyone would like to close off my show for me? I want to thank you both for joining us here this morning at the PSA TV. You know, our president was not here to take photos with you all, but we're going to take some with our vice president, which is Mr. Ian Murray. And I'm going to invite you guys back so you can tell us the school that you passed for on Monday. Will that be okay?
Yes.
So thank you so much. So we're going to end this segment with the ladies so that they can head back to school. I'm Avellon Williams.
I'm Lexi Pay.
And I'm Dejane George.
We're going to take a short break and toss the news. Thanks so much.